Happy, safe, and well. Welcome back to our discussion in customer loyalty series, which used to be our top 10 series. We produced this series to address the challenges that brands are facing today regarding customer channel and brand loyalty. We hope to provide those running these programs with insight that can help them drive more efficacy and efficiency into their programs. Those on the customer loyalty discussion series are a select group of well-respected thought leaders in customer experience and customer loyalty. They are from agencies, technology providers, and consultants. We are privileged to receive their powerful perspective, their timely insight, but most importantly, the best practices that they are implementing or suggesting to the clients that they are working with to affect customer success outcomes. The question we asked our thought leaders today was, is there a current trend, a new technology, or an idea or best practice that you believe is the most important things brands should be focusing on today? Let's go ahead and take a look.
Look, I mean, we've talked about a number of different trends that are currently driving all kinds of innovation in our space, right? So we talked, a little bit about the digital disruption, the move to the cloud, the rise of social media, AI and machine learning coming into play. All of these things, I think, have lowered the barriers for people to launch loyalty initiatives and engagement initiatives. So I think of it like the democratization a little bit of loyalty. And one outcome, I think, of this as brands move more and more online and into the cloud, so to speak, are connected ecosystems. So if you ask me, in 2-3 years, what trend will we see? I think you'll see more and more brands, collaborating together and bringing their loyalty programs closer together so that consumers have a broader set of rewards and incentives that they can engage with. And, if you say, is this a coalition program? I don't think I mean coalition in the traditional sense of the word, but something much more democratic and organic. Almost a headless loyalty where brands slowly sort of come together, gravitate closer together, and end up working together as groups. And I think we'll see more and more of that as loyalty becomes more prevalent.
I think it is. I think it's largely personalization, because any of the other technologies that you're looking to leverage can only be done successfully if you're able to build on top of that personalization. Frictionless as an idea is exceptional. I love it. I think when it's done well, it's tremendous. If you've visited the Amazon Go stores, you've been through that experience. There's a bunch of convenience stores in the everyday retail space that are testing these types of experiences out. But the cleanest implementations are the ones where I know as the consumer, when I walk into the store, exactly generally who I am, the things I might typically purchase. I can easily access offers that might be available to me. I can easily check out. I can easily access my receipt and my payment if I'm doing so digitally. The tightly coupled nature of those experiences tied to the ability to know how to serve that experience for me, Carly, versus me, a generic retail customer that maybe shops on her phone, I think is going to be the real differentiator for retailers as we look towards the next handful of years.
It's going to sound like a really generic statement, but I'm seeing it happen all over the place. And that's just the integration of companies working together to serve the customer. We're seeing vertical integration, horizontal integration, companies who are working with their suppliers so that they can exchange data in a way that they can start targeting customers in more meaningful ways. Merchants who had spent so much of their funding over the years, purchasing end caps and weekly circulars and things like that, are now starting to say, hey, how can I target these customers online? What can you tell me about what these customers are purchasing? Maybe we can focus this stuff in a more personal way. So the application of what I'm talking about, that vertical integration or all these integrations, there's dozens and dozens of examples. But what's common for all of these examples is that you've got to prepare your data in a way that it's consumable and valuable to your up and downstream business partners. You're only as good as your data is relevant and available. Like, that's what your equity really is becoming as a company, is your information. How relevant is it, and how available is it to the other people who are trying to service those customers with you? Otherwise, you're going to be a lone wolf out there doing everything by yourself, and customers are just expecting that they won't have to work around you and to change who they are to fit through your experience. And so those who know the most about their customers can focus on the feelings that they're getting in every one of their touch points and stages along that journey, differentiating and just make it an easy thing for them. They're the ones who are going to win, no matter what industry you're in.
Other technologies besides facial recognition, I think the video stuff has been interesting. For us, we've had a handful of clients that are interested in that, and I think we'll continue to see clients want that. The video is what I like about it is it makes it real for the front line. And so when I've got a handful of clients that are now putting those videos back into the restaurant or into the store. So instead of saying it's about friendliness of associate is important, it is an actual video of a customer talking about their interaction with an employee in that particular location. I think that continues to gain ground. But from a tech standpoint, for me, it's connecting all those data sources is probably the most important thing to give that holistic view. Because in the past, if you were just doing an IVR only survey, you might have missed my 18-year-old, right? He's not going to take a phone survey. You might have heard from my mom, but you didn't hear from a lot of people in between. And so now with all the different ways we can listen, it's just bringing that together.
We hope you enjoyed today's discussion on the trend, technology, or best practices brands should be focused on. Remember to check back each Wednesday for an updated video in the series, and also check back on Thursday, check back tomorrow for our Throwback Thursday series, which features compiled responses from our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series, the brand marketers who are running these programs. Also, please subscribe to the series, leave us some feedback. Make sure to visit loyalty360.org every day for the best in customer channel brand loyalty. And thank you very much for listening.